Hey, y'all, come on in. You're here on a very special day.
You're here for our wedding episodes.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why, come on in the live chat. Meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you too.
They would. And for our mention today, tomorrow is our wedding day, and we wanted to find a way that you all could attend virtually.
That's right. So on Instagram, tomorrow afternoon, Sunday, September 21st, 2025 at 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, we will be broadcasting our wedding ceremony, and we would love to see all of you there. We're going to have somebody live capturing the comments so we can read them later, and we would love to have you be a part of our special day. We hope to see you there. And in that spirit, what is our soap today?
We have Eros Ambrosia, which we thought would be fun for a wedding episode, so let's meet him.
All right, y'all, from the sales page at nobleotter.com.
Step into the world of Eros and Psyche, a timeless tale of love tested by secrecy and trials, yet prevailing through devotion. Eros' Ambrosia Shave Soap invites you to indulge in a fragrant journey that captures the spark of desire, the warmth of fidelity, and the magic of an unbreakable bond.
Well, how perfect is this? From the first touch, uplifting bergamot and orange kindle a bright energy, while hints of whiskey and black pepper lend a tantalizing edge, reminiscent of the moment Eros first beheld Psyche's beauty. As the soap lathers and settles on your skin, cardamom and jasmine reveal themselves like two souls drawn together, brimming with aromatic intrigue.
Finally, grounding notes of cedarwood, patchouli, and musk linger, echoing the steadfast commitment that bonds Eros and Psyche for eternity. This is more than a shaving ritual. It's a celebration of ardor, loyalty, and the belief that love endures beyond any challenge.
Well, Noble Otter, thank you for accidentally and inadvertently providing us with the most perfect wedding soap. And y'all, just a little look into the future. One of the scent notes is love. Let's take this out of the box. I went a little nuts from the shave supply and got some McDuffs for some upcoming episodes. And y'all, Gareth has left us a note. Thank you so much, Marcus. I hope you enjoy these. All right, y'all, this is what you have come to see. Look at that beautiful label on that. Does that not just speak love, right? Devotion, and ardor? I think it does.
Oh, look, the otter has some wings on, and there's Cupid's arrow.
Like my angel. All right, y'all, well, why don't we have a most magnificent and romantic first impression? All right, I would like my beloved to do a little reconnaissance and let me know what I am in for. You get the first whiff today.
Okay.
See what you think.
It's a tight one here. Do they normally come in a black tub? I guess some of the other ones have been.
Yeah. Tunes and Spoons was a black tub.
Okay.
There's that beautiful Noble Otter smooth pour. I love that. Okay. I used Northern Elixir last night.
Right.
That was a treat for the summer. All right, take it in, see what you get. Are you in love? Do you love it?
It's interesting. It kind of reminds me of, there was a few other ones that we had that almost smelled like fresh out of the shower, like someone's skin. Like it kind of has that vibe first. Like I get the citruses, there's other stuff in there, but the part that's sticking with me is a little bit more of that fresh out of the shower, not quite soapy, but just overall clean.
Paganini's Violin, I believe, is the soap to which you were referring. Oh, nice.
I'm kind of leaning more towards that in like the best of ways, but we haven't had one that got as close to that one so far. So I'm kind of intrigued that this is the one that's doing it. It's a beautiful musk. It's funny because I think when I first learned that word musk, I thought like musky, moldy, like somehow my brain put it together. Right. This is not that. This is like literally like this color. I don't know if it could have a scent. That's what I'm getting. I can tell there's some lighter florals and some other stuff, but it doesn't make it go feminine. It just makes it have that clean, kind of crisp, bright side to it.
Nice.
There's not much that's like gourmandy or sweet in here. So it's really living in that just like gentle, clean kind of side.
Gotcha.
And then when I go to dive in to smell the florals, now I'm getting like a light spice or a light wood, sandalwood, like something in those lighter, like creamier kind of sides.
Right.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was trying to pick if it was more feminine with the gentle florals or if with the spice, the more masculine. But I think the whole point is it's not. It's kind of bouncing back and forth. And I'm kind of getting that exact moment between, which is kind of fun.
Right.
I do enjoy how this doesn't have some of the stereotypical romantic things in there. Like going completely rose or something. And a lot of times they have something darker.
Right.
Like I don't know if that's meant to help the lighter sides come through. I even just thought because of the darker tub that there would be something like that in here. But I'm kind of glad that there's not. It just has this new, like fresh kind of vibe that's coming through. Nice. I don't know exactly where that's happening, but I think overall I'm getting that creamy, clean. So the spices bouncing with the florals, something in there, but it's not the typical like rose romantic kind of florals. They must be lighter, kind of in that white color, gardenia, jasmine, something I think you said earlier, but it's more those white color textures in here.
Nice. What's the intensity level?
I'd say like 2.53. It's consistent with the whiff.
Nice.
So it's not that I'm like digging to get a scent. It's intentionally meant to be those cleaner, muskier ones, but the volume of the scent stays throughout the whiff.
So the only scent note I remember was love. How are you getting love? I'm sure it's clearly perceptible.
But I think that is the fresh, clean skin part of it, maybe. Like something in there might be hinting at that because it doesn't have, we've had a few that got a little raunchy and this does not have anything in that. This is like the clean, lighter, prettier sides. Gotcha. So like fresh out of the shower, maybe getting ready for the wedding day. I don't know. There's something more in that lane.
Right.
Like I do just get that powdery, fresh, clean skin. Like I know musk is hard to say because sometimes people get like weird with that word, but it's the prettiest, clean, like musky side. It doesn't go powdery though. It doesn't have that like baby powder sometimes that can go with it. It's not that side. It's not quite fresh linen. It really is just like a clean skin.
Love it. Yeah, Boo from Ariana and Evans. That's basically Times Square in 1979.
This is the opposite of that. I don't really want to hug this. I'm kind of curious what you're going to get now.
I want to know what's going on in here. All right, here we go. The shaking clam taking it in. Oh. See, I was kind of expecting an ISO-y super timber silk blast from Paganini's violin, but this is different for me. This is doing that in a different way. This is citruses, a little bit of lime, meeting me at the door, a little bit maybe of something mandarin-y just to take the edges off. And then that pretty much water slides you down into those musks. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm going citrus and straight down into clean laundry, which means that the whiskey and those other darker scents are going to be moving out laterally. Hold on a second. Okay, y'all, the whiskey, the patchouli, those earthy scents are in here at just trace amounts to give you a little bit of a spicy floor to stand on. But this does not go dark. This does not go danky. This does not go peppery or into any of those directions. Wait a second. There's some amazing stuff happening in here. Ooh, the jasmine and the cardamom in here are doing something lactonic, and it makes it creamy, sitting between the whiskey and the citruses.
It's funny, I don't remember even having whiskey on the list. I think I just put that in the spices category.
Y'all, in most pumpkin spice accords, there's no pumpkin because it's not about pumpkin. It's about the spices. It's about the clove, the allspice, the nutmeg, the cinnamon, all of that stuff. So that kind of makes sense to me. Yeah, this is the spices inside the whiskey. Even a little bit of the wooden whiskey barrel is what I'm getting in here, but definitely subdued. This is not whiskey centered at all. And seeing as how we're having a dry wedding, I guess that's apropos. Oh, and you know, the spices from Barbar are a little bit in here under the surface, making this a little bit of a clean barbershop, letting you know you've been put together for your wedding day, I think.
Yeah, it just doesn't have like the powder-esque side for me.
No, it's very clean, though. It's very clean.
I think overall, I would still say it's like a musky forward scent, which is surprising.
Yeah. And you know what's cool about the bergamot and the citruses that are sitting in here? They are so perfectly balanced with the spice that I don't really sense them poking their head into the whack-a-mole game. I'm just sensing them sitting beautifully, nicely in the balance.
So that love scent that's in there, see what you can find.
Let me see if I can find a little bit of that clean human skin idea going on here. Well, you know what this kind of is? Okay, you know how every once in a while you'll be like, here, smell it on me, and it smells more feminine, as Douglas and Fran suggested it would at the very beginning of our journey? This is kind of like the filter that your skin provides to scents, just subtly sweet, subtly fruity, subtly powdery to me. That's kind of what this does. Well, maybe that's why you sensed human skin, because it's your skin. My skin doesn't smell like this. My skin smells like onion and fish and garlic and fear. Just spicy enough to stay a friend on your shoulder, but just transparent enough to give you the sense of clean laundry out of the dryer all day.
That's a good word, yeah.
What a lovely scent. The last thing from Bossy this is.
Yeah, transparent, like it would morph into whatever your natural scent is somehow.
Whatever kind of day you're wanting to have. Equally at home on a t-shirt, a blazer, or a tuxedo jacket, as I will prove tomorrow.
Oddly, we always talk about a scent that you can be able to wear on stage. And this actually might be another one of those, because it's not too bossy. It just kind of blends into your natural scents, and nothing like too floral, too citrus. Nothing's too bossy in there, you know?
Just the natural smell of someone who is naturally clean, which you won't get on this side of the screen. And it's subtly feminine. It's 60% feminine for me, 40% masculine. I'm not sure if somebody asked me, like, what's the spine of this scent? What I would say, because the accord being created is so new and inventive and yet gentle at the same time.
Yeah, I would almost want to say, if I had to use two words, like a pretty musk. I don't know if that makes sense, but...
I would say that this is cardamom and love scented, which is cool for two reasons. Cardamom is so beautiful, and two, cardamom right now is so expensive because the crop failed last year. So any soap with cardamom in it is going to have an added layer of luxury. All right, y'all, come along with us. We're going to look at these scent notes and build some ambrosia. All right, y'all, back to the sales page at nobleotter.com. We start with scent notes of...
bergamot and orange are the citruses. So you were right. Something that kind of rounded out, not quite tangerine, but it does help it have the sweeter, gentle kind of sides.
And I do love that this starts with bergamot, something ubiquitous in the fragrance world, to start you off somewhere familiar and then rocket you into brand new territory with black pepper, whiskey, and cardamom. I think those three go together beautifully. I think that's one of the ways perfumers bring forth a whiskey scent, is a little bit of that effervescent black pepper, and then the cardamom is just there to smooth things out in such a beautiful way.
That's the one masculine chunk, I think, that starts to come through for me, which is why I was kind of thinking it was more 50-50.
A tiny bit of the whiskey from Barrel Proof from Zingari is hiding under here, but just at 2%, y'all. Yeah, it's funny. I was watching a perfumer compound a very famous scent the other day on YouTube, and he's got like tons of oil in his little beaker. And there's one ingredient that he just has to add like a tiny drop of. He's got his pipette. He's just like
shaking.
I'm like, how could that possibly make a difference? And then he goes, oh crap, I added too much. And I'm like, how? But it makes a difference, y'all. And that's one of the reasons that perfuming is as tricky as it is. It is in here so slightly, but without it, this would be a totally different scent. And then we swing headlong into the end of this list with some mystery and wonder going on. We start with jasmine,
There's only
which I'm
one
getting
floral.
in here as that beautiful white soapy floral, turning everything in this into a lovely, almost wintry cast. And then we're met with some warming woods to balance it out.
I think this is where it kind of goes creamy, too. It's the cedarwood, patchouli, musk, and love. Like something in there adds what we're not quite lactonic, but creamy for sure.
And would it be surprising that the stereotypical gourmand accord is only three things and one of them is patchouli? That's gourmand in the fragrance world? Like, you eat it? And you notice I said, you eat it? The love note is almost like a hint of Lost Cherry by Tom Ford, or am I out of my mind? I mean, that guy is standing way over there. You really got to look for him with binoculars, but I think that might be in there. Something a little sweet, a little candied to be the love note.
It might be hiding under like where the orange meets the whiskey, or the orange hits the musk. Like there's something not fully citrus. It's the sweeter side.
Well, that's the love note, very opposite from the brown note. So, y'all, this is the most romantical hardware I could find. This is my Dark Nebula bowl from the KUN workshop. This is the larger size. And my StarCraft brush from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. A little bit of a backbone, but some beautiful softness going on. And if you do live in Texas, and you do have a grocery store nearby, we have it on good authority that you can actually buy Noble Otter shave soaps at the grocery store. Y'all, that's the dream, isn't it?
If one of y'all see this in the store, can you take a video or picture for us? Because I want to see
selfie
it.
with the soaps. People think you're crazy. When I got to Texas, I thought the fact that they had Dr. Pepper in glass bottles and bottle caps was the height of luxury, and it was.
It's fun in our Whiff Pack chats, like during the live episodes. We have a good chunk of people in Texas hopping in. They all try and see like where they are compared to each other.
They are our stars that are big and bright at night. That's an awfully thin layer of soap, Marcus. I know, because the first goal is not to build any bubbles at all. It's just to wet the soap, let some of the water hang out at the bottom of the bowl, and then transfer that soap onto the bristles before I make a lather. I used to hate those giant bubbles that I couldn't get rid of. Why does that happen? Well, I would rather start with no bubbles. Just start with the soap as almost a paste, and then add water gently so that I can just build that paste out at exactly the consistency I want. Because I feel like once you get too much water, at least for me, it's kind of hard to go back home again. So I'm just going to go forwards, backwards, and about every 20 seconds, I'm going to spin the brush and give those bristles a new orientation to grab that soap with. Now, if things actually start getting a little sticky, just grab another just drop of water from the bottom of the bowl, but I don't want to start building lather yet. I just want to transfer the soap up onto my brush. And then right about now, look at this. All the soap is gone from the bowl, and I really don't have a lather yet. Now I'm going to go grab some more of that water and slowly start building my paste, which is going to build out into my lather. And look at that. No big bubbles overflowing the bowl. I can control the consistency, and it helps if you know the base, and I know this base pretty well. It's one of my favorites.
This bowl really shows off with its little octopus arm, so they can really see you on camera, which is kind of fun.
Totally.
Apparently, the bigger bowl is good for head shavers.
Yes.
We didn't realize that at the beginning, and we thought it was just a size preference, but there you go.
Because TikTok, right? I am 3% Jewish, so I will be wearing my flesh-colored yarmulke at the ceremony tomorrow. So in real life, y'all, it's September 2nd, and we're going all crazy over here with the wedding plans.
There's a lot. We do not have a wedding planner. We are the wedding planner, so good time.
Lainey is.
She does have her dress, though. She's ready to rock.
Gonna be lots of bowls of sausages lying around. It's gonna be awesome.
Now, the real stress is, what do we shave with for the wedding day?
Y'all, I'm having an existential crisis.
We only have over like 600 to pick from. It is a little stressful.
Plus, they're gonna ask me forever what you shave with on your wedding day. It's pressure.
I remember us asking Aaron from AA Shaves,
Yes.
and he was like, he had it down.
Ghost Town Barber.
Yeah.
See, I remember. It's important.
It is, but now we're stressing.
What are you gonna shave with? You
I
gotta
don't
shave
know.
too. You better shave.
I will. There is one from Sterling called Lady in White, which I thought was kind of like, how could I not? But I don't know. I can't. There's a lot. Sometimes we go a lot more gourmandy around here, which is fun. But then I'm trying to think of like what scent I'd want all day. It's a whole thing.
Is there a soap called Maybe He's a Little Old for You? There is something about Noble Otter, PAA, and Sterling that are just trusty AF when it comes to lathers. Barrister and Man, too. I just know I'm going to have a fantastic shave. McDuff's, too. Adopted Acres. We should have a champion base list.
Oh.
Soaps for when you don't want to think about it. You don't want to do any experimentation. It's not new razor night. You don't want new red dots. It's just going to be a fun shave. You grab one of those. And y'all, this is something you will only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the places you find love with. On 3, 1, 2. Wow.
Yeah.
That balances beautifully. Almost a sense of a sandy beach in there, which is apropos for you staring out at a midnight sky. I love this.
We have to go look at the story of the actual Eros and Psyche. I don't really know that full story.
Right. Hold on. Don't worry, it ends great.
Psyche's immortal now.
All right, y'all. You want to see how this most trusty and fantastic lather coats and covers a dry face? Is that awesome, y'all? I'm going to put some near my nose and see if I can get a little bit of a whiskey hit. Oh, tiny bit. I love it how the whiskey is the one note in here that goes fanciful and imaginary.
I still think I'm getting like a super pretty musk overall.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Spices are in there. There are that one floral meets the citrus side, but the overall magic of this, I think, is that.
100%.
Which is funny, because if Psyche is mortal at the beginning, but then she's not, maybe it's that transformation. There's a whole lot in here, man.
And if you want a little look at my psyche, we can take this a little deeper. You know, this is just clean, bright, happy, and a little familiar, like the feeling of being in love itself. I think this might be a perfect choice for me for the wedding day, because I don't want it to be defined by tobacco vanilla. It's not about my favorite scents. It's about how I want to smell and feel that day. And y'all, what a fabulous soap this would be for that. I think maybe for both of us.
It's funny. I think we got it originally for Valentine's Day, and then we decided to keep waiting.
Right. We got something else we put in there in the meantime.
So somehow it was meant to still be on the piano waiting for this episode.
Well, most of the other wedding plans have been so beautifully serendipitous, it doesn't surprise me if this worked out the way it did. And y'all, we know we have a lot of married couples out there who watch us. Eric and Diana, we're looking at you, Selena and her husband. If you have any marital advice for us that you would like to impart, would you please put it down in the comments and keep it clean? Giggity. Hey, Gorguts, what do you think we should wear if we had access to your collection? What EDP would you suggest? I'm thinking everybody's going to open their wedding favor and put it on, and that reception hall is going to smell deliciously of redwood and cinnamon and cherries and cream the rest of the night.
The more we spend time with this scent, I'm getting more of the spices now than I did at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like a few other things, maybe my nose is figuring out how to find them within the scent.
Right.
I love how it's blended, but it's just interesting when you do spend more time. Like, that's why it's nice when we film. We're at least spending a half hour with this, getting to know it. And there are parts of this that I'm carving out that are getting a little bit more detail in there.
100%. I think that's why when I first smelled Atomic Age Bay Rum, even though it is incredibly potent to my nose now, I almost couldn't sense anything, because I was expecting to get hit with a wrecking ball of what I grew up with as Bay Rum, and that wasn't it. So I love that I kind of opened this expecting whiskey, but I got like, whiskey. And it's awesome the way it's just sitting in here in the background, letting it be clean and comforting.
It just shows you when you read a list of scent notes, and what you have in mind will not always be anywhere close to what it actually smells like.
And that's why we have our show. So it's pretty simple, y'all. You're going to hear legends about Disney World proposals or Jumbotron shenanigans, but I think when the time comes, you're just going to go up to her favorite place in the world, a little cabin way off the grid near Red Bluff, California, play a lovely game of Mexican train dominoes with her mom and dad the way we used to do with her grandpa. And then, kind of out of nowhere, ask her permission, and under that beautiful blanket of skies, ask Sarah if she will marry me. Unable to even post it on Facebook for 3 more days until we get back to civilization. But I definitely got my own.
So head over to nobleotter.com, where you'll find this and a bunch of other cool stuff. Back from my shave with Eros Ambrosia, and boy was it enjoyable. There's something super calming in this, which was great to have before the wedding fun coming up. I love the lather on this one, super trusty, and I gotta say, I will be back to use this again very soon. Thank you. Welcome to our September messages.
So y'all, our giveaway this month is going to be this 30 milliliter bottle of Adopted Acres' own scent that they crafted for our wedding called Redwood Rhapsody. And all you have to do to be eligible to receive this singular bottle of unobtainium is send us an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways. And then check back here on our first October episode to see if it's you who are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
Yes, we made sure she could be there.
We had to pick the venue so that she could be able to attend and be our flower girl.
The only slightly scary thing is they let us know that about 40 yards from where we're going to be having our ceremony, they rented their soccer field for a game. So I'm liable to get red carded. But y'all, thank you so much for being a part of our journey the last 2.5 years of our show, where we decided to take our 70 years of theatrical experience and put it on camera for the first time. And we can't wait to see you back here to help start our new life together and have you be a part of it.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.